Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. Okay, I am going to move a little away from politics today and I am going to talk about economy. The World Economic Forum. The World Economic Forum has something called as an Executive Opinion Survey, EOS as they call it, and it is conducted this particular survey was conducted between May and September of 2021. And this survey revealed 5 top risks in India, 5 top investment risks in India. And I'm going to talk about it. Let's get right into the show. Okay, so before I get into the survey and all, I know a lot of people will say, "Yes, survey and all. It's all manipulated. It's all conspiracy, to make India look bad. It's an anti-national conspiracy to make India look bad and all," is how a lot of people will say. So let us first understand who did this survey. This survey was done by World Economic Forum. Now, World Economic Forum is situated in Geneva in Switzerland. Now, why is World Economic Forum? World Economic Forum is actually very famous for Davos, that annual conference that happens in Davos, which is near Alps. It's in that mountain. Mind you, the annual conference which our Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, just yesterday went live and spoke online to the world investor. So this is what World Economic Forum is, and I will talk about what even the Prime Minister said. So this is what World Economic Forum. Now, World Economic Forum is not a governmental body. It's a non-governmental body. In fact, it is founded by a gentleman called Klaus Schwab. Now, I don't know whether I have pronounced it right. Klaus Schwab is his name. And this was set up in 1971. So, in 1971, this gentleman who was an engineer and a German engineer and an economist, he set up the World Economic Forum. And this is funded by 1,000 members, 1,000 companies across the globe. Huge companies, 1,000 companies, they fund this entire project. They fund this forum. Now, what does this forum do? This forum lobbies for these big companies. The forum brings into light the problems that these companies and large companies and businesses face in different regions of the world. And they lobby, they tell their government, Baba, government, listen, Indian government, ye risk hai tumhara, ye problem hai tumhara. That is what these guys do. That is what they mean by lobbying. So that's the nature of this forum. Davos, if you remember, Narendra Modi had gone to Davos before, I think, 2018, where, Mr. Nirav Modi was also there, if you remember all that. So we have our relationship there. We have been going there. And like I told you, yesterday, Mr. Narendra Modi had addressed the World Economic Forum, the Davos annual conference. He addressed them and he spoke about 160 crore vaccines being distributed in India. He spoke about reducing corporate taxes and therefore India becoming very competitive. And he said that the best time to invest in India is now. This is what our Prime Minister of India said yesterday. His teleprompter broke down and all those things. Let us not talk about it. Not important. But what does that mean? If the Prime Minister of India is going and talking in a World Economic Forum and in Davos, what does that mean? That he means that this forum, this World Economic Forum, is a credible forum. वो तो मान लिया because it is a credible forum because the Prime Minister went and spoke. Achha, we also understand that the forum is not anti-India. Why? Because he made our Prime Minister stand and speak, no? So it cannot be anti-India, anti-national. Okay. So, 2 things clear. Therefore, because the Prime Minister went and spoke, 2 things clear that it is not anti-India because otherwise the Prime Minister would have not spoken, and it is credible. Otherwise, the Prime Minister wouldn't have spoken. So, credibility factor ho gaya. Let us keep that aside. Now, let us come to the actual event, actual research, actual study. Okay, now, like I said, between May and September 2021, World Economic Forum conducted this executive opinion program where what they did is they spoke to around 12,000 leaders across the globe. These 12,000 leaders were given 35 risks, 35 different risks. And they had to choose a country and choose a risk with that particular country. And therefore, that is how they formulated top 5 risks. And they could choose any risk with any country. So it is not that they were told that in this country only this risk and this. ऐसा कुछ नहीं था. 35 risk countries they could choose, saying that ये country में ये risk है, ये country में ये risk है. This is how this entire survey was conducted. So till here we are very clear. Now, what is worrying is what I am going to tell you now. The top 5 risks for India, which the World Economic Forum identified, was first was fracture of interstate relationship. Fracture of interstate relationship is not good. What do you mean by fracture of interstate relationship? Fracture of interstate relationship is 2 states of our same country, of our country, not having good relationship, therefore not helping to grow the business, but trying to cut each other down. Fracture of internal relationship also means this. Mumbai has Bollywood. Uttar Pradesh is not trying to make another Bollywood. They are trying to take away what is Mumbai's Bollywood and put it in Uttar Pradesh. Interstate fractured relationships. The government of India says that Elon Musk, you know, there are a lot of problems. Elon Musk says, Baba, India, a lot of challenges we are facing. So, our launch, we are going to take a hold on that and we are going to take it easy now. We'll think how to launch in India or whether to launch in India and all. And Indian states, Punjab, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Telangana, going to him and saying, no, you come. Are, we are chief ministers, you come to our state, put your plant. Interstate disputes, interstate relationship problem. Somehow, interstate relationship problem is competition among states. Very good. Very good. Should be and 100% should be. But cutting each other down, working towards pulling something from somebody else, not happening. Doesn't help the economy of the country. Definitely doesn't help the economy of the country. A state should strive to earn more revenue. Aggression is very good to earn more revenue for the state. That's what a chief minister should be. That's what the state should do. The state governance should do. But somewhere down the line, cutting each other down, pulling away from one state to another, having a problem between the center and the state, center having a problem with the state, or center giving more preference to one state and not giving more preference and not giving preference to another state, therefore causing interstate disputes. Well, these are things which are bad, and the top 5 risks as far as World Economic Forum says, the first point is fracture of interstate relationship. Second is debt crisis in large economies, which is not just true to us, it is true to a lot of economies. Debt crisis because of COVID, because of the way the economy was. So debt crisis is point number 2. The point number 3 is what I want to dwell on a little more. Widespread disillusionment amongst youth. Why is our youth being disillusioned? Why is our youth busy building bully by app? Why is our youth more bothered about religion, more bothered about mandir and masjid than bothered about their careers, bothered about their lives? Why? Why are they disillusioned? Who is disillusioning our youth? Why is our youth more bothered about Gau Raksha than about their own family Raksha? Why? Why are we getting disillusioned? Why are our youth not focusing on their life, focusing on their career, focusing on their economy, focusing on their infrastructure, focusing on their health, but focusing on completely radically different? They are more bothered about religion, caste, creed and others. Who is taking our youth to that direction? Why are our youth not confident about their own state and their own economy? Why are our youth disillusioned about jobs? They are not getting it. Frustration. Why? I think this one risk factor is something that will be staring in our face, and this, believe me you, is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. My point number 3. Point number 4, they say, is failure of technology governance. Failure of technology governance. Somewhere down the line, you see, the problem with us is data is gone. Acha, technology government, let me tell you, governance is not just about using technology for governance, it's also about having data to govern. You see, what we have seen lately, especially in the last 7 years, let me be very honest with you, in the last 7 years, ये data का जो concept है ना, that's losing its essence in management. You hardly have data. Anything you go, there is no data. And most of the cases, the ministers come to the forum, to the parliament, and say that they don't have data of how many people died in train during the COVID, during the migration, lot of things we don't have data. And the fact is, therefore, failure of technology governance. So there's another very serious issue that we need to that's also going to grow bigger and bigger. And last is digital inequality. Digital inequality happens because of the unequal distribution of technology, the unequal distribution of digital network. So because there is an unequal distribution of digital network, because of whatever reason, the purchase parity difference, some people can afford it, some people can't afford it, some people cannot afford internet, some people can afford internet, there are government restriction on certain internet in some places and internet, and there is lack of education, there is lack of understanding about how to use internet, so on and so forth. The fact remains that you could think of 100 reasons why there is digital inequality, but the predominant problem is because there is digital inequality, the workforce, the exposure of people in different regions are different, which is a large risk when you look at it from a international investment point of view, when you look at it from a multinational company point of view, when you look at India. So these are the 5 points that that World Economic Forum raised, and I thought these were very important points, and that's precisely why I wanted to get these points to your notice tonight. I would urge you to log on to our website www.swnews.in. I would urge you to kindly subscribe to our packages, because your money helps us survive, your money helps us sustain our channel. And let me know in the comment box below what you felt about this, what are your opinions about this, and what do you think we should do to improve the situation the way it is. Till I see you tomorrow, good night and namaskar.